Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Masses32210. Today's project is going to be starting a new little series, golf cart conversion, and really just build up. Let me show you what I got here. Right here is the newest project. I picked it up about 6 months ago. Yeah, I know you're looking at a bottom shot. This is a Club Car DS. I picked it up for about $150 off eBay. Full rolling chassis, had the complete steering, rear suspension, had everything in it except the body, batteries, and electronics. I figured, okay, 150 bucks was not bad. The only other components I was missing didn't come with this car is the whole brake pedal assembly, and the little, I think they call them pillow blocks, so that little black one there and there. But still, for 150 bucks, you know, the brake pedal was missing and the accelerator, but there was a little piece that was right there. I think it went to some little resistor or something that controlled the speed. Took that out. Had the cables for the braking system. So for 40 bucks, I picked up a couple weeks ago, or about 2 months ago, the whole brake pedal assembly out of a 97 Club Car. This one's a 07. They're all compatible, I believe, until 08 or 09 or something. But for 40 bucks, I picked up the whole pedal assembly. Had the little bar that comes down, the whole pedal assembly. Then it did come with another one of these little J hooks that you see right there, the little equalizer, and a set of cables. Didn't need the cables, but there was a little spring right there that ended up coming with it. Sorry about that. So that I didn't have that piece. Let me get y'all a little better shot of that, see if you can see it. Not particularly sure, but it's that little spring right there. So, you know, so far we spent $150 for the whole rolling cart, put in another $40 into it, so we're at $190 on this project. Still trying to stay under the $2,000 mark, because that seems like relatively what a golf cart runs nowadays, full complete. Really, this is going to be my golf cart, go-kart project. Really ride the kids around the neighborhood. Well, what I'm working on now, I'm going to set y'all up a little closer, is it didn't come with this whole brake pedal assembly. Ended up got that. Will not have a hill brake, or they call it a parking brake, because unfortunately the way they design these is the accelerator pedal has the piece that makes it ratchet and click, but I will still have functioning brakes to ride around the neighborhood. I'm building my own accelerator pedal, and that's what I'm going to set y'all up so we can get a little closer look. Well, guys, to start out the construction of the pedal assembly, and like I said, it's not going to be nothing fancy. This is going to be a golf cart, go-kart project. If you notice here, what I got right here is nothing more than this 3/4 diameter steel tubing. Purchased at Home Depot. It was like a 4-foot stick, somewhere around there. No, I'm sorry, it was the 36 inch. It was a 3-foot stick, less than $6. 16th inch thick. I cut a piece, the width, a little bit oversized of the width of the aluminum frame. So by doing so, you can see right there, there's the bottom part of the frame, or the passenger side. This is driver's side. It's complete aluminum frame. It's very lightweight. So what I was looking at was, if you noticed on this bottom hole, there was 2 perfectly holes there as part of the original setup. I took my digital calipers and ran it on the inside of the hole, and it comes up like 0.734, I believe, was the measurement. So I knew at that point that I was going to be a hair under the actual 3/4 inch mark. So went ahead up to the store and purchased this, like I said, for around $6. Also, I stopped by Tractor Supply, and I already have another set of these for something else we're going to do on here to install the gasoline engine. I picked up a set of lock collars, 3/4 inch inside diameter with a set screw. Being that this is an angle and down there's an angle, what I did was, to start off, I took a rasp file, just barely filed the edges around the hole. I cleared the 3/4 inch mark, and I was able to slide it in through the bottom, and I did the same for the top till I was able to achieve achieved to get it in there, and I didn't want it too loose. I just needed it to rotate, as you can see. The good part about doing it like this is, just like if you notice here, it has these little plastic little blocks. Yes, they're a tendency to wear out, but I don't see this cart going to be heavy duty use. So I just went ahead for now, went through the aluminum frame to try this out and see how well this is going to work. Put a set of lock collars, and that will lock collar this the main bar in place. Will not be removable, unlike something like this. But I figure if there's ever a point I have to remove it to redo it something, I'm gonna have to snip it and remove the collar, or it's just gonna have to be cut out. It won't be able to be re-salvaged. But it's simplicity of making this. What I did was I cut another piece. I measured from the top side of this bar up to the height of the brake pedal. What I came up with was a little bar like this. You notice, yeah, you should be able to see it. I fish mouthed the end, or I tried to, just a small fish mouth, so that way on the other side of it, once it's put on there, it gives me lesser of a gap. I'm able to weld it. Here's the bottom side. Here's the side that will be facing backwards, and if you notice, see if it kind of, can't really see it too well. I think you can right there. You notice that little hole. That's what I'm going to do is, to keep it simple, I'm going to come in just like this from the top, right here, butt it up, and I'm going to actually weld this piece to that round bar. What the hole is going to be for is using the, sorry guys, I forgot to grab this. Bought a big thing of, big pack of brake cable kits, and they come in handy for go-karts and little projects. $20 investment isn't going to hurt. What I'll do, with that hole, like I was stating, is the other side of this cable, I'll turn around and cut that little piece off, so I'm able to pull the complete cable out of the sheathing. And what I'll do is turn around and slide the cable with the other piece that has it there through here, and rejoin into the sheathing, going back to the engine. Then I'm able to trim the cable where I need to in the sheathing. So it'll end up running from here, and right here there's that piece that I was telling you about that mounted up there. I'll be able to secure somehow, either through the top, the middle, or the bottom, secure my sheathing in place. You'll have the cable coming from here straight through there back to the motor. That's the only thing I got to do now. I'll be right back with y'all, guys. I'm not trying to make this video super long for this part one. What I'm going to do is go ahead and weld this to there and go ahead and set the cable up. Once I get that done, I'm able to get the cable to pull back and forth, so I can give throttle for temporariness before I weld an actual flat plate on this to actually make a good footrest for the pedal. Let's go ahead and knock that out. I'll be able to start getting from there. I'll be able to put us back on 4 wheels, and we'll be able to start mounting the motor plate, which I've already have cut there. Can't probably see it too well. That's my motor plate down there, kind of at an angle. It's not screwed in or nothing. That'll be the motor engine plate. Let's go ahead and get this welded up, and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, there she goes. Got it welded up front and back. Don't need to do the sides. It's not going to be that critical of a weld. But kind of realized something. I'm not going to be able to come from here to here and back around as I figured. But I might have just found a simpler method. Let me get these 2 lock collars screwed down tight. I'm gonna throw just a little bit of quick paint, whatever color I have, just to keep that bar from rusting. And I'll go ahead and get it back up on its wheels, and I'll show you what my next idea is to get the starter cable in place. Well, here goes the part I always hate. That's putting it back on its own wheels. Yep, only lost the hubcap that was in the little glove box. Alright, let me get y'all set up in the next frame. I can kind of show you what I'm going to end up doing with the throttle cable, how we're going to actually be able to position it, and go ahead and get that set up and buttoned up, so that way I'll be one step closer to getting the engine in. Alright guys, let me see if I can get y'all closer. I really want y'all to see this. Keeping it simple, nothing too extravagant. Like I said, I decided to be easier to get to the little hole here. Took the cable itself out of the sheathing, ran it through this way. Have an empty end. I left a little ball head, whatever, on the end of that cable. Passes right through. Which, if you can see this real good, I'm hoping you can. Right here is just simple flat bar, something I had laying in the garage. Put it to the floor. 2 self-tapping screws held the sheathing in place. Sheathing runs back. Fix this. If you notice, got a gas pedal. Well, we're going to call it a gas pedal for right now. Still goofing around with it, seeing what else I'm going to put on there. But if you notice, if I pull the cable, it comes forward. Let me see if I can get this better look. Try to get this. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys. Popped out my Samsung Mega with a big old flashlight that's got on there. Let me see if you can notice this. Now, this is all the way forward. This would be fully accelerated. But if I pull on the sheathing, let's see if I can do this and hold the camera or the light. You notice it move forward. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. Simple, easy. Here's the little cable. I haven't trimmed it up to size. What I'm waiting for is to mount the engine. That will be next. We're going to be running a Harbor Freight Predator 212cc engine. I believe it's a Hilliard clutch, chain driven. We're going to hook it right up to the original input. Kind of come up with a couple of creative ways that I haven't seen it done. A lot of people do the same kind of setup, but in the end, what they end up doing is basically taking the input shaft, welding a gear directly to it, then running it. Yes, it works, but what happens when you need to change that gear for when it wears out? I've come up with a creative idea that will be on part 2 of the series, so stay tuned with me and keep up. Should be a fun little ride, you know, just getting that all put together. So far, I'm happy for the evening. I've got, it's getting kind of dark. Sorry about guys, I apologize on how dark it is out here. It's after work, decided to do this. But for the most part, got us some kind of throttle rod in. That's exactly what I'm going to call it for now, throttle rod. So that's in place. We got gas and brake. Next steps, I'll show you what I'm going to do to attach the engine here. I've got the aluminum plate, so I just need to get that done. But best and foremost, I'll set the mock up the engine and figure out what I'm going to show you all in the next part. I don't want to give it away, so please stay tuned. Guys, always please thumbs up, rate, subscribe, and leave me comments down below. Thank you so much.